Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Distinguished guests, respected dignitaries, industry leaders, innovators, and members of the agricultural and technology community. On behalf of Maratha Chamber of Commerce, Industries and Agriculture, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the AgriTech Summit 2026 being held here at MCCIA Pune. We will now begin with the formal proceedings of our inaugural session. Right at the beginning, may I request everyone present here to kindly rise for the national anthem. Janagana Mana Adhinayaka Jai Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindhu Gujarat Maratha Draviya Uttara Banga Vinda Himachal Yamuna Ganga Uchchal Jaladhi Taranga Tava Shubha Name Jage Tava Shubha Ashish Mage Gaye Tava Jaya Gatha Janagana Mangaladayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He
Bharat Mata Ki
Jai. Thank you so much, sir, for suggesting that we sing it. A round of applause, firstly, to get the mood high in the morning. This applause was for the national anthem. It is now my privilege to invite Mr. Prashant Girbani, Director General of MCCIA, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
धन्यवाद. सर्वप्रथम आपल्या सर्वांचं इथं खूप खूप स्वागत आहे. व्यासपीठावरील मान्यवर, बरं सुरुवातीला मला सांगाल, एनीवन हू डझंट फॉलो मराठी, हाऊ मेनी ऑफ यू डोंट फॉलो मराठी? Okay, with apologies, I'll ask others around to kind of help you, support you with some translation. I'm sure we'll be using much of English while we speak also. सर्वप्रथम व्यासपीठावरील मान्यवर श्री उमेशचंद्र सारंगी सर, एक ऋषितुल्य व्यक्तिमत्व जे महाराष्ट्राला लाभलेलं आहे बऱ्याच वर्षापासनं, ज्यांनी या क्षेत्रामध्ये आणि बऱ्याच लोकांना आपल्याला माहिती आहे की काय काम केलेलं आहे. त्यांनी एक डायरेक्टर ॲग्रिकल्चर असतील, कमिशनर ॲग्रिकल्चर, सेक्रेटरी ॲग्रिकल्चर, नाबार्ड चेअरमन, त्यानंतर MCCI सोबत मागच्या 8 वर्षापासनं आमच्या MCCIची जी ॲग्री कमिटी आहे त्याचे अध्यक्ष आहेत. ही आमच्यासाठी खूप भूषणावह अशी बाब आहे की सारंगी सर आमच्यासाठी वेळ देतात, आमच्यासाठी, कारण तो तुम्हा सर्वांसाठी वेळ आहे, कुठल्याही एका कंपनीसाठी असा नसून तुम्हा सर्वांसाठी वेळ आहे. तर सर्वप्रथम टाळ्यांच्या गजरामध्ये आपण सारंगी सरांचं स्वागत करूयात. त्यानंतर श्री आनंद चोरडियाजी, जे की सुहानाचे डिरेक्टर आहेत, तुम्हा सर्वांना माहितीच असेल बऱ्याच लोकांना. पण MCCIमध्ये आमची जी अन्न प्रक्रिया कमिटी आहे किंवा फूड प्रोसेसिंग कमिटी आहे त्याचे ते अध्यक्ष आहेत. ते MCCIच्या बोर्डवरती संचालकसुद्धा आहेत. आणि बऱ्याच वर्षापासून आपण कलेक्टिव्हली इतरांसाठी काय करू शकतो यावरती त्यांचा फार मोठा भर असतो. क्लस्टर्स हे खूप महत्त्वाचे आहेत आपल्या सर्वांसाठी. त्यामध्ये MCCIनी पूर्वीचं जे क्लस्टर होतं फूड प्रोसेसिंगचं त्यामध्ये त्यांचा सहभाग होता आहे. आत्ता एक नवीन क्लस्टर बनू पाहत आहे त्यामध्ये त्यांचा सहभाग होता आहे असेल. त्यामुळं त्यांचंही आपण टाळ्यांच्या गजरामध्ये स्वागत करूयात, आनंद चोरडियाजींचं. नाबार्ड ही संस्था काय आहे हे या लोकांना, तुम्हा लोकांना सांगायची काही आवश्यकता नाही आहे, कारण तुम्ही सर्वजण कृषी क्षेत्रात आहात किंवा कृषी क्षेत्राशी निगडीत आहात. त्यामुळं नाबार्ड संस्थेचं काम किती मोठं आहे हेही तुम्हाला माहिती आहे. आणि त्या संस्थेतर्फे महाराष्ट्रातले पदाधिकारी म्हणून श्री रश्मी दराड मॅडम आहेत तिथं, तर त्यांचंही आपण टाळ्यांच्या गजरात स्वागत करूयात. आपण MCCIमध्ये आहोत. बऱ्याच वेळा असं होतं की मी जेव्हा लोकांना भेटतो तेव्हा ते मला एखादी चांगली गोष्ट सांगतात MCCIविषयी जे मला माहिती नसेल. कारण सोपं आहे, माझ्या वयाच्या बऱ्यापैकी दुप्पट वय MCCIचं आहे. त्यामुळं बऱ्याच लोकांना MCCIमध्ये काय झालं, कधी झालं, कसं झालं हे माहिती असणं साहजिक आहे. बऱ्याच लोकांनी घडवलेलं आहे MCCIतल्या बऱ्याच गोष्टी, त्यामुळे त्या सांगतात आणि मला आनंद वाटतो ते ऐकायला. पण मलाही कधी कधी संधी मिळते ते सांगण्याची, अशा व्यासपीठावरती तर नक्कीच. आणि काही गोष्टी जरी तुम्हाला माहिती असतील तर थोडीशी उजळणी झाला की हरकत नाही आहे. MCCIचा जन्म हा 1934 सालचा, 93-94 वर्षाची जी परंपरा आहे MCCIची, त्यामध्ये बऱ्याच लोकांचा सहभाग आहे. जर रिसेंट पास पाहायचा तर राहुलजी बजाज असतील किंवा SL किर्लोस्कर साहेब असतील किंवा सध्या संजय किर्लोस्कर जे आहेत अध्यक्ष, या सर्वांचाच. समित्या ज्या आहेत आमच्या त्यातनं बरंच काम चालतं. आणि सध्या मी जसं थोड्या वेळापूर्वी सांगितलं तसं सारंगी साहेब सध्या या समितीचे अध्यक्ष आहेत, ज्या समितीमार्फत हा कार्यक्रम आयोजला गेला आहे. बऱ्याच वेळा आमची चर्चा होते करायचं काय, तर 2-1 विषय आम्ही निवडलेत, त्यावरती जास्त काम करावं असं ठरवलं. एक आहे ॲग्री एक्सपोर्ट, निर्यात हा विषय. कारण निर्यात ह्या विषयाला जर हात घातला तर उत्पन्न वाढीमध्ये नक्की फायदा होईल, म्हणून त्या एक विषयाला हात घातला आहे. त्या विषयामध्ये मग सारंगी साहेबांनी त्यावेळचे म्हणजे काही वर्षापूर्वी जेव्हा आणखी एक व्यक्तिमत्व होते जे की नाबार्ड चेअरमन होते, तेही इथं आले, चर्चा केली आणि सांगितलं की आपण ॲग्री एक्सपोर्टवरती काहीतरी काम करूयात. आणि ॲग्री एक्सपोर्ट फॅसिलिटेशन सेंटरची त्यांनी सुरुवात केली. त्यातनं बऱ्याच शेतकऱ्यांना निर्यात म्हणजे काय, कुठं करावी, कशी करावी, काय करावी हे सांगितलं गेलं. माझे सहकारी शंतनू आहेत आणि त्यांचे आणखी सहकारी आहेत, या सर्वांनी हा कार्यक्रम पुढे घेऊन गेला. तेही कुण्या लोकांच्या मदतीनं ज्यांना ऑलरेडी ती निर्यात कुठं करावी, कशी करावी, काय करावी हे कळतं, त्यांच्या मदतीनं हा कार्यक्रम पुढे घेतला गेला. त्यासोबतच सध्या एक हेल्पलाईन आहे MCCIची, त्यातनंही हा कार्यक्रम पुढे नेला जातोय आणि शेकडो शेतकऱ्यांना मोफत हा सल्ला दिला जातो. हे करत असताना हाही विचार एकदा मनात आला की ह्या कहाण्या काय आहेत, ह्या मला माहिती आहेत, कदाचित शंतनूला माहिती आहेत, पण लोकांना सांगायला हव्यात. कारण बरीच शेतकरी अगोदर म्हणायची हे सर्व ठीक आहे, पण माझा माल मी कुठं विकू आणि इथून कुठं जाईल. मग त्यांना सांगायला लागलं की नाही, ह्या लॉजिस्टिक्स कंपन्या त्या तुम्हाला मदत करतील. त्यामुळे त्या कुठं घेऊन जातील. आम्ही म्हणलं JNPA, जवाहरलाल नेहरू पोर्ट ऑथॉरिटी, म्हणजे आम्हाला तिथून येऊन दाखवलं गेलं. ते म्हणे हे इतकं ठीक आहे, इथून कुठं जातो. ते म्हणे जबल आली पोर्ट, तर ते नेऊन दाखवा. मग तेही दाखवलं गेलं. त्या पोर्टवरनं कुठं जातं, ते काहीतरी अल रास मार्केट वगैरे 2-3 मार्केट आहेत, तिथं त्या मार्केटमध्ये जातं आणि तिथेही नेऊन दाखवा. तिथेही घेऊन गेलं. पण काय आपण सर्वच लोक स्मार्ट असतो, तेही स्मार्टच आहेत. ते म्हणे इथं आलो ठीक आहे, आता हे विकायला थोडी मदत करा आम्हाला, आमच्यासोबत चला बघू कोण घेतंय. तेही झालं. आणि त्यानंतर जेव्हा आम्ही त्यांना फोन केले तेव्हा कळलं की बऱ्याच लोकांनी बरेच कंटेनर्स लोड केले, पाठवले. म्हणजे ही कहाणी इतरांनाही कळायला हवी की ज्यांची सुरुवात फक्त मी काय करू इथनं ते माझे इतके कंटेनर्स पाठवले गेले इथपर्यंत. तर ही कहाणी निर्यात गाथा नावाच्या पुस्तिकेमध्ये आज पब्लिश केली जाईल, आज त्याचं प्रकाशन होईल. तोही कार्यक्रम आज इथंच होईल, आजच्याच कार्यक्रमामध्ये तेही इन्क्लूड केलेलं आहे. त्यासोबत दुसरी गोष्ट एक निर्यात आणि दुसरी गोष्ट म्हणजे तंत्रज्ञान, हे खूप महत्त्वाचं आहे. मग तंत्रज्ञान सस्टेनेबिलिटीविषयी असो की तंत्रज्ञान AI विषयी असो, हे सर्वच खूप महत्त्वाचं आहे. मी आजचा कार्यक्रम पाहत होतो. मी जास्त काही वेळ घेत नाही, कारण मलाही तुमच्यासारखं सारंगी सरांचं ऐकायचं आहे, दराड मॅडमचं ऐकायचं आहे आणि चोडियाजींचं ऐकायचं आहे. पण मी कार्यक्रम पाहत होतो आणि बरीच तज्ज्ञ मंडळी आहेत जी बोलणार आहेत आज. त्यातनं मला काय दिसलं किंवा मला काय जाणवलं हे थोडक्यात मी सांगतो. की एक कार्यक्रम आहे, एक स्पीकर आहेत, ते बोलतील वॉटर यूज विषयी. एक स्पीकर आहेत ते बोलत आहेत सॉईल विषयी. एक स्पीकर आहेत ते येत आहेत एरोस्पेस कंपनीवरनं. एक स्पीकर आहेत ते बोलतात रिमोट सेन्सिंग. एक बोलतात AI विषयी. एक बोलतात क्लायमेट रेझिलियंट. म्हणजे पहिलं कसं आहे, कुणीतरी सॉईल विषयी बोलतंय, पृथ्वी. कुणीतरी पाण्याविषयी बोलतंय, जल. कुणीतरी एरोस्पेस कंपनीतनं आहे, आकाश. कुणीतरी क्लायमेट रेझिलियन्सवरती बोलत आहे, अग्नी. कुणीतरी AI रिमोट सेन्सिंग जे फक्त हवेत ज्या गोष्टीनं कनेक्ट होतात बोलते, वायू. ही सर्व पंचमहाभूतं हे आजच्याच कार्यक्रमात सामील केलेली आहेत. कदाचित कॉन्शियसली असेल, अनकॉन्शियसली असेल, पण हे पाहून मात्र आनंद वाटला की भारतीय तत्त्वज्ञान असो, पुरातन काळातलं आणि भविष्यात काय गोष्टी घडत आहेत त्याचा वेध घेणं असो, या दोन्ही गोष्टांची सांगड घातणं हा एक काही सुवर्णयोग यातनं जमलेला आहे. आज बऱ्याच गोष्टींची चर्चा होईल. बऱ्याच चर्चासत्रांमध्ये जेव्हा ब्रेक होईल तेव्हा तुमची एकमेकांसोबत चर्चा होईल. या अशा कॉन्फरन्सेस, असे चर्चासत्र घडवणं हा MCCAचा उद्देश असतो. कारण यातूनच तुम्हालाही तज्ज्ञांकडनं काही ऐकता येईल, तुम्हालाही एकमेकांकडनं काही शिकता येईल आणि तुम्हा सर्वांच्या शिकण्यामधनं आम्हालाही काहीतरी शिकता येईल आणि असे कार्यक्रम आणखी आयोजित करता येतील. इतकं बोलून मी थांबतोय, कारण मलाही तुमच्यासारखं या सर्व मान्यवरांचं ऐकायचं आहे. धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much, sir, for encapsulating this so beautifully of the 5 elements coming together to make this morning a great success. It is now my pleasure to invite a very distinguished administrator with extensive experience in agriculture and rural development policy. Through his leadership at MCCIA, he has been actively promoting initiatives that connect agribusiness, innovation, and farmer-centric development. May I request Mr. Umesh Chandra Sarangi, IAS retired, Chairman of the Agribusiness Committee of MCCIA, to speak on the prospects of AgriTech.
Anand ji, Rasmi, DG MCCIA, Mr. Girwane, and friends. I am really happy to share this morning with you all who are connected to farming and farmers. We as a country have come long way from 1950 so far. Technology has changed, productivity has increased, and we also have problems. Problem is of sustainability. What all we have been doing all these years, would it be sustainable? Would it be same or even better for the next few generations? This question is looming large before all of us. So, we have to ensure nutrient use efficiency. We have to ensure sustainability of the soil ecosystem, and we have to ensure producing more from less. Now, things are happening. New ideas, new technologies are coming. Now, we have 35 years back, we are doing irrigation. In the evening, the farmer will go and put the pump on, and next morning he will go and put a stone to see if he is getting the dubak abaj, So, pani ho gaya. But then we said from dubak we have to go to tibak. And drip irrigation became a way of life for farmers in Maharashtra. And today, it is one of the normal technology to be adopted by the farmer who particularly goes for horticulture crops or if they go for flowers, vegetables, etc. But that technology now has become a sort of old because it is being adopted by one and all. As I said, new areas that we need to venture and new problems that we have to tackle has to be subject of agriculture discussion today. A very outstanding initiative is the use of artificial intelligence in enhancing agriculture production and productivity. This has been tried successfully in lot many areas, and Maharashtra government has announced the artificial intelligence policy, and very recently they had a world-class conference on use of artificial intelligence in agriculture, and we are thinking of moving ahead. Now, how this became possible? Artificial intelligence has 3 basic components. One is voluminous data. Now, because of computerization, data storage and retrieval has become extremely easy. And today we have voluminous data on every field of human activity. Second is algorithm, use of algorithm. And third is, of course, the ability, vast improvement in ability to compute. The computing capacity has gone up many-fold. So these three put together makes artificial intelligence possible as a tool to do things you want to do. The Baramati Agriculture Trust tried to do a huge artificial intelligence to enhance productivity of sugarcane. Now, what all they did? They accumulated data from all possible sources. You know, today we have thousands of satellites moving all around the earth. Satellite imagery is available to you on a continuous basis. So you have satellite imagery of the crop. It is possible to give you a photograph of 5-hectare land. That's a huge data. You come to see how your crop looks from this space. Then you have automatic weather stations, which gives you all kinds of data on weather, whether it is relative humidity, whether it is temperature, whether it is overall climatic situation. All data regarding weather and climate you get from automatic weather station. We live in the age of drones. It's possible to take a close range photograph from drones of your crop and see if the crop is uniformly the same everywhere or something is lacking somewhere for which the crop is showing a different stand. So, why it is different than others, you are able to check and do the needful. So, as I said, then you have all kinds of mechanism developed to analyze every aspect of soil, its ingredients and its overall fertility and its deficiency in terms of nutrients. So all those data are also available. You put a sensor to the soil, the moisture availability in the soil is picked up by sensor and sent to the cloud. Now, if moisture stress is there, sensor indicates it to the cloud, cloud tells you the crop needs irrigation. Now, if you see the old method of irrigation, the day farmer irrigated the land, the crop will stand in pool of water and the roots, all oxygen will be driven out because water is heavier than oxygen and the roots will not have oxygen to breathe. So you are in a pool of water and still you cannot drink because you don't have oxygen. And when the next irrigation cycle is due, before that, the soil has all oxygen, all air and no water. Now drip irrigation moderated this high profile fluctuation going up and down. Drip said no, it should be a straight line. So through the emitter, the dripper, you are putting only as much water as required. Now the sensor will make it even more exact, more exact. That means you are putting the soil in field capacity condition, ज्याला आम्ही मराठीमध्ये बापसा कंडिशन बोलू. So your crop right from planting till fruiting is in BAFSA condition, the most perfect condition for the plant to perform. And that is how you get better production. So when all these data are, suppose your crop is affected by a pest, you can see it through drones. Suppose it is because of moisture stress or because of nutrient deficiency, part of the crop has turned yellow. You can see through drone photographs. So all these data, their volumes, they go into the cloud and from the instruments you have set to pick them up. And then the cloud tells you, this is what your crop is suffering from. It's like you saw photograph shows the leaves have nickel deficiency or copper deficiency or boron deficiency. So the cloud picks it up and tells you need to spray this particular chemical to remove copper deficiency. So because you are consistently being advised by the cloud master to do what to do, and you do them in time, so the crop is never put to any kind of stress or deficiency. And that's how it gives you. So that is how artificial intelligence will be used in improving agriculture. Now, Baramati, they have got around 150 tons per hectare against Maharashtra average of 100 tons. So, this is one. Second is, certain amount of carbon dioxide needs to be released to the atmosphere to keep the atmosphere warm. In the sense, the level at which it's good for plants and animals who live on earth. So initially when the carbon dioxide level went up, it was good. But then too much of carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide or chlorofluorocarbon or other things, when it went, so the temperature increased further. When temperature increased further, the climate got warm, and that is what we call as global warming. And it's a big thing. And then the glaciers melt, and then the Arctic Ocean ice melts, sea level rises, and so many things happens. Now, Maharashtra government did a study through TERI as to what will happen in Maharashtra because of climate change and global warming. So global warming means the temperature is already up, and it is likely to go up by 2.5 to 3 degrees centigrade by 2050. If it happens, what will happen to agriculture? Will you get the same productivity, same yield? Would the plants perform the same manner they are performing today? The answer is very clearly no. The productivity will fall. Then how do we feed a country as a whole of 150 crore people? Or how does planet Earth feeds 800 crore people, 1,000 crore people? So this problem is looming large. So nowadays we have started saying that we must go for climate resilient agriculture technologies. Yesterday I read in Sakal, the Alfonso mango production this year will fall by 70%. So as such, when 100% production is there, in month of March, if you get a pack of Alfonso mango, it costs 1600 rupees, a dozen. This year, I don't know how much it will cost. It has not come in the market as yet. And why it failed, I asked the agriculture department people why it failed. They said because of climate change. I said, this has become a buzzword. Everybody is saying climate change, impact. But what do we do about it? How do we face it? How we will ensure that despite change in climate, first is we will try our best to see that the climate change is arrested, the temperature increase is arrested, and we do things which helps it go down. So what all we need to do to see that future agriculture is climate resilient, notwithstanding the changes that may take place, the farmer is able to produce and give you what you intend him to provide. So that is another issue. What do we need to develop climate resilient technology so that even if we conquer the climate changes, the Alfonso bearing will not come down. So that the productivity of wheat in winter or paddy in rainy season will not go down. We have to prepare ourselves for that. So the new technologies that have emerged, or say like greenhouse production in controlled environment of greenhouse, to get higher productivity, get better quality, and provide it to those who can afford to buy it at high price. Now, so we thought in MCIA, you see, agriculture was not an original part of Maratha Chamber of Commerce and Industry. If I correctly remember, Mr. Pratap Pawar was there, and he felt that agriculture should also be a part of MCCI. And that's how the name changed from MCCI to MCCIA, agriculture. And this agriculture was added when I was Commissioner Agriculture, and they had called me to a function to do this change. Now, I felt that it's my bounden duty to ensure that this aid justifies itself by doing something to transfer technology to farmer. Few years back, we organized a export conference, and then we started the Agri Export Facilitation Center. And today, in the gathering, there are people who started from zero and have now become established exporters. Like that, this is a small way of sensitizing people active on agriculture on the future scenario that is emerging and how they can benefit from it or how they can protect from its wrong impact. And I am sure we have got very good speakers and you all will benefit from their speeches. I am happy that we got such a good response. Wish you all the best during the course of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's always very enlightening to listen to Sarangi, sir. I really consider it my privilege today to invite next our guest of honor, Srimati Rashmi Darad, Chief General Manager, Maharashtra Regional Office, NABARD. Srimati Darad leads NABARD's initiatives across Maharashtra that focus on agricultural finance, rural development, and strengthening farmer institutions. With extensive experience in development banking, she has played an important role in enabling financial support systems for farmers, FPOs, and rural enterprises. May I now request Srimati Darad to kindly address the gathering.
Respected Sarangi ji, Shri Girbane ji, Shri Anand Chordia ji, and the esteemed gathering which is present over here, very good morning to you. I would first like to congratulate MCCIA for organizing this series of workshops and seminars on an annual basis on these very important topics. And today's topic, which is also the flavor of the season, if I might say so in a light-hearted way, but also very important, is agri-startups, and also combined with the new technologies and AI. And I think you cannot keep AI away from agri-startups, and agri-startups are using this in a large way. After all, otherwise it is very difficult for them to become disruptors. Today, with the Indian economy still reliant on agriculture to a great extent, and also a lot of farmers reliant on agriculture, still 13 crore farmers we have. The issues of agriculture, I mean, it has changed over a period of time. When we were at one point of time a food scarce nation to a food secure nation, and trying to go towards a nutrient secure nation where we bring in nutritional security also. So this journey is halfway through, I would say. But there have been great strides that the country has taken. And I would like to highlight over here that most of the changes that have come upon have been because of the technologies brought on by the ICR institutions, universities, educational institutions, organizations like NABARD, KVKs, and they have been very important in bringing about or sort of systematizing the traditional knowledge which is there, and also bringing in new technologies in terms of good seeds and practices, package of practices, and the growth has been good thus far. But considering where we need to go today, wherein we want to become a new, the issues in agriculture remain to a great extent, primarily because the farmer. We have to think of the primary producer. And we were having that discussion, in fact, earlier also with Sarangi sir and Anandji, that the problems of the farmer kind of remain even today. And the farmer is becoming more and more small and marginal because the fragmentation of land holding. So this is one area which has to be addressed for two reasons. One, the efficiency of the farm has to be ensured despite it becoming small, which is a uphill task, I think, because I'm not a technical person, but I think a lot of technical persons in the audience and on the stage. So that is very important. And secondly, the income of the farmer. So how do you ensure that the farmer also, gets a larger slice or larger portion of the income that is coming from agriculture? So these are two of the challenges. And of course, thirdly, with the deterioration and the great, sir was speaking about climate change and what is happening to the crops and extreme climate events which are becoming more and more frequent, and the nutrition of crops coming down, the soil health going down. How do we improve the nutrition also and the productivity of the agriculture? So here these are some problem statements which remain. And when you talk about the audience, at one time when there was a food scarcity, there were limited things that were available, and people paid for it. Today there is a wide, I would say, a spectrum of people who would like to pay. There is one niche segment would like to pay any amount for a good quality product also. So there is a demand in the market for organic products, for premium products, for premium produce, if I may say so. There is a need and still at the bottom layer, there is a need for ensuring food security even today. Otherwise, so many grant schemes and subsidy schemes of various state governments would not exist. So this is dichotomy in the economy which we are facing. I would just like to, in very short, tell you what NABARD is doing. As with Sarangi sir over here, it is actually very difficult for me to speak much on the stage, but he has led the organization with so many other chairmen, and NABARD has been in the forefront looking after I would say, the short-term credit requirements or the short-term credit which is there in the system today. And our role over there is mainly to identify what could be the cost of crop production and of various crops. And this is an exercise that we do annually. And last year, I'm happy to state that once KVK Baramati came out with their AI model, so we also tried to, although I don't think it has been used much, but we tried to also calculate the scale of finance of what would be a sugarcane production if the AI model is used. And we have offered it to the banks so that financing becomes that much easier. Apart from that, we also do a credit planning for the entire state as a regional office in NABARD in Maharashtra. So we do the credit planning for the state. And likewise for the country. In just last 10 years, the credit, short-term credit or agriculture credit has increased from about 3.5 lakh crore to now 32.5 lakh crore. And this is the amount of credit that has grown. We kind of direct the flow of credit to agriculture in many ways, in ways of by providing refinance also to to banks, not only to cooperative banks and RRBs, but even to the commercial banks. Having said that, we also do a lot of work in development areas. Before AI, became the buzzword, I think common sense and the traditional knowledge has been, given importance. And not that it is not today also. In fact, if you heard Sarangi sir, he said exactly that and what is required at the ground level. So we have tried to actually improve the production and productivity at the farm level, and also bring in greater income to the farmer by 2 or 3 of our initiatives. I won't take much time over there. One is the watershed development program, wherein how to use the water where it falls and use it for the community. Wherever our watershed programs have taken place, there has been second cropping which has taken place by the farmer, and therefore the crop the utilization of land and resources has increased, production has increased. We have also done a lot of tribal development programs wherein we have tried to ensure that migration of tribals do not take place to other areas, so that they are able to actually gain benefit from the land that they have and through the Wadi-based projects. We have done a lot of need-based programs like climate resilient agriculture. We have experimented with that in Wardha, and there also before the project period is over, we have got very good results over there. We had one AI-led pilot project also in Palghar. I think Mr. Nerkar is here, and he had piloted that with very good results. The climate resilient agriculture was done by Syngenta Foundation, and I think Mr. Vikram Borade is here. You might be hearing from him also during the day. Of late, we are, since we work with communities, and we also work towards developing and strengthening communities, because ultimately the result, the income to the farmer has to increase. So in that area, in that sense, we have promoted a lot of FPOs, and the FPO concept was also, as you know, pioneered by NABARD in 2005-06. And in Maharashtra, we have promoted about 497 FPOs. To take the FPOs to the next level and accelerate their progress, we have done a pilot project in conjunction with SMART, where those FPOs who have already got some infrastructure and productive infrastructure, how can their business levels be accelerated through various income streams? And this has also been done in conjunction with Syngenta Foundation India. A few things that I would like to mention, what we are also doing, and this is one of our new initiatives, and that is the AgriSure Fund. I think many of you may be knowing about it. So NAB Ventures is the agency where we have the AgriSure Fund, which has been instituted. That is a 750 crore SEBI registered fund, category 2 fund for agriculture and agri startups. And it has two components. One is a fund of fund concept, which is implemented through that, where financing in the AIFs is taken place. And another is support to agri startups also. So there we are, we walk the talk by putting our funds over there. Secondly, we are doing one pilot initiative with the State Bank of India in Andhra Pradesh, where we are trying to, and this is the use of technology, and that is why I would like to mention it, where we are using CBDC, that is the central bank digital currency. And since it is programmable, it can, we are trying to use it, we have purpose bound it, so that the CBDC can be used directly for the payment for inputs, and the end use of funds, which is such an issue, which is also taken care of. So these are the things that we are doing, and we are always looking forward to those areas where we can collaborate meaningfully to support the community in this area. I would also like to state that Sir had also mentioned about many things in Maharashtra, and Government of Maharashtra is looking forward to be the front runner in agri AI. And with the policy that has come in recently, last year rather, there are various initiatives which can be taken care of, various initiatives which can be modeled on those policies which have come. And I think that the stage is set in many ways, particularly with the Vistar, which is the AI-powered digital advisory platform, then the digital exchange, where data can be exchanged, soil data and weather-based data, which can be exchanged with the governments, within the government and also outside, and with this thing. AI sandbox, I think, is another thing which is a part of the policy, which was not there earlier, and a grant-based support provided by the government for AI-led innovations. And it's quite a handsome amount, from 40 lakh to 2 crore, I think, that can be given over there. So with these kind of initiatives and the willingness of the state governments and other organizations to work with startups, to work with companies, is a new initiative and a new, you can say a new wave of change which can be seen. So with this, I think the stage is right for many startups to grow and to develop. And there is this disruption which is required in the industry today, in the agriculture today, which I think will come from the startups, and then we are ready to support that. We have partnered with MCCIA for establishment of AEFC about 3 years back, and we are proud to be a partner over there. For agri exports also, we had tried to work. The stage is open, and I think there are many things that we can all do together. So I wish all of you a very good deliberations and a good day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It is time now to invite our chief guest, Shri Anand Chodia, Director, Technology and Innovation, Suhana, and the Eco Factory Foundation. Known for his dynamic leadership, he has been promoting initiatives that strengthen rural livelihoods and the adoption of technology through his foundation. May I request our chief guest to kindly address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. Our dear DG, Prashantji, Rashmi ma'am, and respected Umesh sir Sarangi, under whose leadership this conference is happening. I'm quite happy here. Marathi English mix boltoy, so apologize for that. चेंबरचा MCCIA आहे आणि तो A ग्रीन आहे, अँड दॅट इज रिअली इम्पॉर्टंट स्टेप जी चेंबरनी विजन केली लाँग बॅक आणि व्हॅल्यू केली, आणि तो ॲग्रिकल्चरचा टाकलेला आहे. सो दॅट इज हाऊ ॲग्रिकल्चर फूड इंडस्ट्री इज डीप रूटेड इन चेंबर्स contribution to our country, our state, and our farmers. And I really feel always proud की ही एक अशी एकमेव आणि युनिक संस्था आहे जिथे ॲग्री आणि फूड इंडस्ट्री एकत्र काम करतात, कारण ते दोन्हीचा एक अविभाज्य भाग आहेत. पण जनरली आपण पॉलिसी मेकिंगमध्ये बघतो किंवा गव्हर्मेंट लेवलला बघतो, तर ते दोन बायफर्केटेड वेमध्ये काम करतात आणि त्याचा ताळमेळ कुठे लागत नाही. पण आय ॲज अ फूड प्रोसेसर, आय ॲज अ ब्रँड इन फूड इंडस्ट्री, मी सुद्धा शेती करतो. जवळजवळ 100 एकरचं सेंद्रिय शेत आहे, सर्टिफाईड. आणि त्यामुळे, आणि त्याचं रिझन पण असं आहे की फूड प्रोडक्शन करताना मॅक्सिमम डिपेंडन्सी आमची ही फार्म प्रोड्यूसवर आहे. फार्म प्रोड्यूस आहे तर फूड प्रॉडक्ट आहे. फार्मिंग चांगलं होतं तर फूड इंडस्ट्री चांगली चालते आहे. आणि मी जर फूड इंडस्ट्री चांगली चालवायची तर फार्मिंग कसं चांगलं चालेल ह्याचा कुठेतरी विचार मी करणं गरजेचं आहे. सो वी हॅव बीन प्रॅक्टिसिंग इट फॉर लास्ट मोर दॅन 15 years इन अन ऑर्गनाइज्ड वे. पारंपरिक व्यवसाय जसा आहे आमचा पिढीजात, तशीच पारंपरिक शेती पण होती. आणि जसा व्यवसाय वाढत गेला तसं शेतीवरचं लक्ष पण आम्ही वाढवत चाललेलो आहोत. पण शेतीतला माल जो मी जास्त आज डिस्कस करीन, की सरांनी सांगितलं जसं सारंगी सरांनी, की क्लायमेटचे इश्यूज येतात, किंवा मॅम जसं म्हटलं की फ्रॅगमेंटेड लँड होल्डिंग पॅटर्न्स आहेत. 88% फार्मर्स ऑलमोस्ट हॅव लेस दॅन 1 hectare ऑफ लँड होल्डिंग. आता 1 hectare किती आहे? 1 hectareमध्ये कुठे उगवणार? ते कुठल्या तरी ग्रामीण भागातल्या कॉर्नरमधलं ते जागा असेल, तिथं मॅक्सिमम ठिकाणी तर पाणी नसेल, आणि ती त्यांची उपजीविका आहे पूर्णपणे. सो हाऊ टू लुक ॲट इट It's a complex problem. And I always feel it's the largest problem in agriculture sector. So for solutions, it is the most important, and all the solution providers who are here today, that is the most opportunistic area and low hanging fruit. So all solution providers here today needs to see that how we can solve their problem, which are, those fragmented farmlands. And when I started doing this farming, I myself have been realizing that there are two distinct different problems. One is how to grow, what to grow, कसं उगवायचं, काय उगवायचं सक्सेसफुली, आणि त्याच्या रिलेटेडचे प्रॉब्लेम्स हे टोटली डिफरंट टू हे कुठे विकायचं, कसं विकायचं. जे डीजींनी पण सांगितलं तो पार्ट, की आम्ही त्यांना मार्केटला नेलं, आम्ही त्यांना मग दुबईत नेलं, आम्ही त्यांना माल कुठे विका, कसा विकायचं सांगितलं. आणि ह्या दोन्ही प्रॉब्लेमला फार्मर फेस करतात खूप प्रिडॉमिनंटली. काही फार्मर्स छान माल उगवू शकतात पण ते विकू शकत नाहीत. काही फार्मर्स माल चांगला विकू शकतात कारण ते शहराच्या जवळ आहेत किंवा पोर्टच्या जवळ आहेत, पण त्यांना माहीत नाही तो उगवायचा कसा चांगला. माल विकायला त्यांना आयडेंटिटी चांगली किंवा आयडियाज चांगल्या आहेत त्यांच्याकडे. सो आय एम व्हेरी हॅपी अशा कॉन्फरन्सेसमध्ये काइंड ऑफ सोल्युशन्स हे डिस्कस केले जात आहेत, जे माल उगवण्यापासूनचे सोल्युशन्स, माल विकण्यापर्यंतचे सोल्युशन्स आपण फार्मर्सला देऊ शकतो आहे. आणि ते अल्पभूधारक शेतकरी जे आहेत त्यांच्यासाठी जर असे डेलिब्रेशन्स होत आहेत, देर इज नथिंग बेटर. आय एम सीइंग अ डॉन ऑफ अ ग्रेट राईज इन ॲग्रिकल्चर विथ सच काइंड ऑफ कॉन्फरन्सेस विच आर हेल्ड ॲट MCCIA. आणि खूप छान डेलिब्रेशन्स आज झाले सरांबरोबर, उमेश सरांबरोबर. आज सर खूप व्यस्त असतात, कधी कधी वेळ मिळाला की मी माझे ॲज अ फार्मर प्रॉब्लेम पण त्यांना सांगतो काय येतात आणि काय काय सोल्युशन्स जगभरात होत आहेत ह्याचे डेलिब्रेशन झाले, जे आज इथे केले जातील मोठ्या प्रमाणावर. माझी टीम पण इथे आहे, फार्मिंग टीम सगळी इथे आज अटेंड करते सर अख्खा हा सेमिनार, बिकॉज देर इज लॉट ऑफ इनपुट विच ऑल द ग्रेट स्पीकर्स हिअर टुडे विल बी sharing to all of us, and we all as a farmers will be huge beneficiaries for this kind of a summit happening here today. आत्ता नुकताच पुणे इंटरनॅशनल बिझनेस समिट झाली होती आणि तिथे आय हॅड शेअर्ड अ व्ह्यू की वी हॅव टू मूव्ह फ्रॉम ऑइल बेस्ड इकॉनॉमी टू सॉईल बेस्ड इकॉनॉमी. आणि एक्झॅक्टली आत्ता जे जगभरात वॉर आणि डिस्रप्टिव्ह वातावरण तयार झालेलं आहे, दॅट इज ड्यू टू ऑइल बेस्ड इकॉनॉमी. अँड आय हॅव ऑलवेज बिलीव्ड वी हॅव टू ॲड दॅट S टू ऑइल, अँड इंडियाज प्रोग्रेस ट्रुली विल हॅपन इफ वी मूव टुवर्ड्स thoroughly soil based economy. And that is how, if we really work, and Chamber's role in that is pivotal in a way for our state, that we are really focusing all the time that how we built our ecosystem more around soil based. I mean, just imagine, मी पण ॲज अ फूड प्रोसेसर मी इमॅजिन करतोय, माय एक्सपोर्ट्स टू मिडल ईस्ट इज ॲट हॉल्ट टुडे. नावाशेवा कंटेनर्स आर बॅक टुडे विच वर सपोज टू गो टू मिडल ईस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस ग्लोबल डिसरप्शन. And we have a huge marketplace even here in India where our farmers are able to sell. So these great solution providers today, please focus on two different aspects all the time, that how we can help farmers, which I through my foundation try and seek. कसं उगवा, काय उगवा, कुठे उगवा, आणि कसं विका, काय विका आणि कुठे विका, ह्या दोन्हीला इक्वल इम्पॉर्टन्स देणं एका सक्सेसफुल फार्मिंग इकोसिस्टीमसाठी खूप महत्त्वाचं आहे. अल्टिमेटली टुडेज इकोसिस्टीम ड्राईव्ज ऑन रुपी व्हॅल्यू आणि आपण किती टर्नओव्हर केला. पण फार्मसाठी आणि फार्मिंगसाठी इट्स अ करन्सी विच इज क्रिएटेड बाय अस. द ट्रू करन्सी फॉर देम इज किती माल काढला, जमीन कशी चांगली केली, जमिनीचा पोत कसा वाढवला, प्रोड्यूसची क्वालिटी कशी केली, ती त्यांच्यासाठी रियालिटी आहे. सो ह्याचा चांगला एक ताळमेळ घालण्यासाठी तुम्ही हाय ॲग्रिकल्चरमध्ये काम करणारे इंटलेक्च्युअल सगळी लोक इथे आहेत, ह्या विचारांवर इथे डेलिबरेशन होणारे मला स्वतःला खूप मोठी एक्साइटमेंट आहे, कारण मी एक्झॅक्टली या दोन्ही इकोसिस्टीमच्या मध्ये काम करतो आणि दोन्ही इकोसिस्टीम्स काय डिफिकल्टीज फेस करतात हे मी नेहमी बघतो. सो अशा ह्याच्यात म्हणजे ते चर्निंगमधून चांगलं अमृत निघावं अशी ही कॉन्फरन्स केलेली आहे. आणि टू उमेश सर, आय हॅव अ रिक्वेस्ट की अशा अनेक डिफरंट टॉपिक्सवर सातत्यानं कॉन्फरन्सेस होऊन द्या सर. हा डेटा ऑनलाईन पण अवेलेबल करा, जो बघता येईल, ज्याच्या माध्यमातून ॲज अ फार्मर आम्ही जास्त इंटेलिजंट होऊ, ॲज अ प्रोसेसर आम्ही अजून बेटर कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट करू शकू. फूड सिक्युरिटी, न्यूट्रिशनल सिक्युरिटी इंडियाचा सिन्स इंडिपेंडन्स, बिफोर इंडिपेंडन्स चालू असलेला, एक्झिस्टिंग असलेला खूप मोठा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. तो पण सॉल्व कसा होऊ शकेल ह्या सगळ्या एफर्टच्या माध्यमातून, आणि चेंबर कसा त्यात ॲक्टिव्ह रोल प्ले करू शकेल, यापुढे ह्याकडेच मी कॉन्सिस्टंटली बघत आहे. आणि सगळे AI वर जेवढे स्टार्टअप्स काम करत आहेत त्यांना डेफिनेटली ही रिक्वेस्ट आहे की AI, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजन्स जितका आपण NIच्या जवळ नेऊ, नेचर्स इंटेलिजन्सच्या जवळ नेऊ, तेवढा तो AI जास्त सक्सेसफुल आणि सिद्ध होईल आपल्या फार्मरसाठी. सो कुठेतरी मनात नेचरचा इंटेलिजन्स पण राहून द्या, त्याच्यासाठी एक डीप रिस्पेक्ट राहून द्या, दॅट नेचरचा इंटेलिजन्स हा सुप्रीम आहे, अँड हाऊ वी कॅन हॅव AI बेस्ड सोल्युशन्स कॉम्प्लिमेंटिंग NI बेस्ड सोल्युशन्स विच इज ऑलरेडी क्रिएटेड. अँड I think DG sir spoke about Panchamahabhut here today, and same I had to say that there is nothing supreme than the nature, the way nature works. In a way it's a perfected ecosystem. पण आपल्या AI सिस्टीमला त्याच्याजवळ नेलं तर त्या डिस्ट्रप्टिव्ह नसतील, त्या डिफरंट प्रॉब्लेम नाही क्रिएट करणार, पण त्या नेचरबरोबर एक संगनमतानी चांगलं काम करतील आणि जास्त व्हॅल्यू ॲडेड इम्पॅक्ट हा फार्मिंग इकोसिस्टीमला इंडियाच्या होऊ शकेल, असा माझा एक डीप बिलीव आहे. फूड इंडस्ट्री, फार्मिंग इंडस्ट्री असे काही कॉम्बिनेशन प्रोग्रॅम पण सर आपण करावेत, वेअर फूड इंडस्ट्रीज आणि फार्मर्स एकत्र येतील आणि काही कॉमन प्लॅटफॉर्मवर आपण काही सोल्युशन्स बघू. जस्ट सिंजेंटा फाउंडेशनचं नाव आलं. सो वन ऑफ द मेजर इश्यू फूड इंडस्ट्री टुडे फेसेस इज गुड processable varieties and its identification. So lot of issues with tomato quality, lot of issues with other processing. Orange quality still exist in India because as a fresh produce it is good, and our every kitchen needs fresh produce, so that's also equally big market. But as a processable varieties, some of these Indian varieties may not work correct. The yields are very low. The solid content is very low. I am a botanist and food scientist. So from technical perspective also I am saying this, that if there is a larger collaborative approach we bring, agri and food together, some fantastic solutions we can really bring. I have also have a deep belief that our nation's health lies in health of our soil. So one area where how to make the climate resilient farming possible, in our hand as a farmer, I always feel what is in my hand to do. The health of soil is what at least I can create best with my effort. Weather is not in my hand, and the seed quality, if we get right, it is something I can manage the best. Rest all is not in my hand. So how can we strengthen the soil health? The soil movement needs to be made really strong, which will make farming's ecosystems very strong, which I deeply believe. I really had encouraging discussion with Umesh sir in the morning, because the best thing I liked, sir, is after so many years of experience in farming ecosystem, he had so much of openness to listen to small things which I was sharing about farming of my last 10 years, 15 years experience. So that allowed me a window to tell, so these are problems I feel of large farmers also, small farmers also. Lot of policies come which are also around large farmers, but can we really work on those small farmers and that will give the best output of a conference like this. I wish the best to all the speakers here. I might reach out to you all also personally to understand and get far more solutions which we can promote through the foundation we are doing. आणि ह्यात करू तितकं काम कमी आहे, जितकी जास्त लोक जोडली जातील तितकंही काम कमी आहे, कारण एवढा मोठा आपला फार्मर सेगमेंट इंडियाचा आहे. सो सगळ्यांनी मिळून सगळ्यांसाठी चांगलं काम केलं तर डेफिनेटली वी ऑल कॅन मेक इम्पॅक्ट. अँड टू ऑल द फार्मर्स ऑर रिलेटेड पीपल हिअर टुडे, की तुम्हाला बेस्ट इन आउटकम ह्यातून मिळावेत आणि असेच इन कंटिन्युएशन MCCI बरोबर फार्म इकोसिस्टीम, फूड इकोसिस्टीमवर जॉईंटली काम करू, त्यात तुमचं सगळ्यांचं पार्टिसिपेशन पण असावं. थँक्यू सो मच गिविंग मी दिस अपॉर्च्युनिटी टू शेअर माय व्ह्यूज ऑन फार्म, AI based climate resilient ecosystems, and I think this will give a great shape to Maharashtra's farming ecosystem definitely. Thank you so much once again.
Anandji, as discussed, I want to announce today itself that next conference will be organic farming, because all of you will love to eat organic food. Can you not cultivate them in your own land? So we hope to do it in July or August. So to make Maharashtra move in this line in future years. One. Second, business session will start, and the first speaker of the business session will be one Mr. Sarang Nerkar. He did his masters from Canada and then worked with a Nobel laureate to contribute a paper, and then was with World Bank, came back to India, and ते तुमच्या माझ्यापैकी आहे, म्हणजे मराठी माणूस आहे. मी आता स्वतःला मराठी म्हणतो कारण 48 वर्ष मी महाराष्ट्रामध्ये राहिलेला आहे. So he has extensive knowledge on AI. I have heard him for 2 hours, and he did a project on chili using artificial intelligence in Palghar, and FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, noted it from internet and sent its people to come and see the project, and this was one of its kind in the whole country, and that was supported by NABARD. And he also was the brain behind the Baramati sugarcane artificial intelligence project. So I am sure you will benefit from his lecture. I now ask the organizers to go ahead.
This is what an animated morning looks like. Thank you so much, and for the 5 elements supporting us. Now this is that dil tham ke baitho moment, I think, for it is time to unveil the Yashogatha, as DG sir in the beginning told you about, the success stories that we have captured through the AEFC implementation and guidance that was provided to all the agri-exporters. Ladies and gentlemen, we are unveiling the Yashogatha at the hands of our dignitaries. May I request Sarangi sir to felicitate our guest of honor and our chief guest.
It's okay, it's a blessing. Take it as a blessing. I know he's a senior, but take it as a blessing.
An event of this proportion, of course, cannot be completed without able support and, having our backs by our sponsors. So I request our guest of honor to kindly felicitate our sponsors. So we have Sanjay Kacholi, DSAO, Department of Agriculture. And may I now request Rashmi ma'am to please felicitate Sunil Jain, Chief Technical Officer of AgroStar, and Atul Temgire, Associate Director of AgroStar. These are our sponsors. May we have a round of applause. Thanks to them, we are having such wonderful sessions presented here today. And now may I request Anand sir to kindly felicitate Shri Pradeep Parate, GM, NABARD. Sir, please do come up on stage. Yeah. Tumhi पण या. Yeah. Thank you so much to all our sponsors as well. And we still have one very important task. In your kit today, you will find a souvenir, a very nicely curated souvenir with very in-depth articles shared on this summit. I request our DG, Shri Prashant Girbane sir, to kindly unveil the same and then speak a few words about it.
Now, all the speakers who will speak today, we have requested them to contribute an article. All those articles have been assembled to a book so that all of you benefit from this. So we are releasing this.
Thank you. We'll hand it over to you to proceed with the program. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. You could use this, sir.
Also, I want to appeal to all these agri startups here also. Any collaborative work you want to do with food industry, agri space, we have. I want to welcome you all wherever I can be of any best possible assistance, help to do more research together, collaborative work together. Suhana welcomes all of you wholeheartedly and make a possible progress together. Thank you so much.